It is 9 o'clock. We are live on Snaggin Night Live. Good evening, everybody. Dustin with Team Snag and Whiskers here. Sean is on vacation with his family, so he's not going to be able to make it. He may pop in, but they're in a location where they don't have very good signal, so um, they may or may not be able to make it. However, we have a couple of guests that might be coming up tonight. Tonight is just kind of a free for all. I've got a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Hopefully, that'll get us through the hour. But if there's anybody, hey Rhonda, how you doing? Austin says first. Jeff said 9 o'clock start for the James River crew. That's right. Stampy was in here at 7:43 saying Snagging Night Live. Thank you all very much. Appreciate you coming in. I am still learning how to do some of this stuff, so I don't know how to. Hey, Brandon Outdoor Adventures, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. If everybody can see me okay, if the picture's okay, please let me know. If the quality of the audio is okay, also please let me know. I can adjust both of those if I need to. Um, let me see what the microphone is telling me right now. It's telling me it's working. Sound. There we go. Microphone volume. I'll turn that up just a little bit more. There we go. All right, both are good to this end. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate that. Doug Talley, Rebel Rivercast, what's going on? Big Slim 91, how you doing? Charles Breckenridge, thank you for coming in. We got 7 awesome people in here. We appreciate everybody coming in tonight. I was hoping to be out on the water, but I've been a crazy week. Got a lot of stuff going on between work, and my wife was out of town. Butterflies and Sunshine says, good evening, Dustin. Looks and sounds good here. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you coming in. Sean and I, like I said, I always say this. We love doing this. We do this for you. We do this because we love fishing. We love sharing our adventure with you all. So thank you all very much for coming along on our adventure with us. But again, let me see if I don't even know how to pin a link to the top of the chat. So if anybody can help me, Whisker Dreams, what's going on? Or if anybody wants to click on that link, if we can't get it pinned to the top of the chat, I will periodically, because like when I try to do it, it just says that I try to do it on my phone. It oh. Oh, okay. Can a managing moderator do that? I think so. You have to pin it. You have to pin it via YouTube. Okay, I got you. I got you. Thank you so much. We got 8 awesome people in here. So I guess I will figure out how to do that. I'm on the YouTube app on my other channel, but I guess I have to be in as our TSW main channel to be able to pin that. Which I mean, not that hard to do. But there was a couple of things that I was going to just chat about tonight. Like I said, we got a couple of guests that might be coming in. We got 11 awesome people. Thank you all so much. That I do not know, but probably because Hogleg does it on Kenneth's channel. Okay. I thought I saw something about a managing moderator. Sorry, I had to turn the volume all the way down on my phone. If I'm going to come into here, I'll pause the video so I don't want any kind of feedback. And nope, I don't know. Oh, what did that say? Pin message. I figured it out. Look at me go. The bait shop is still live. More people will come afterwards. Yeah, I think they were running a little long tonight. They had another set of people coming up. So I guess they're doing another challenge, the Ohio River versus somebody else. So Cold Creek Billy, what's going on? Charles Breckenridge, but I've been trying to get myself a keeper cobia. Still no luck. Well, good luck with that. I hope you are successful in your adventure. I did it. Yay, me. So, on that note, hey, Jimmy James Bailey, what's going on? If anybody wants to come up and talk about anything, feel free. As I mentioned in the beginning, Sean is on vacation, so he may or may not be in here. He's with his family, and they're in an area that doesn't have very good signal at Spotty. Hey, Murillo Family Fishing says getting too deep in there for my boots. Well, thanks for coming over here. Hopefully, it's a lot cleaner in this area. Appreciate everybody coming in. Yeah, they got a wily crew on that panel there. I was just watching it before I started the show, but yeah, but and like I said, if anybody wants to come up and talk about anything, feel free. The floor is open. Mr. Parker, how you doing? Says, hey everyone. Real quick shout out to Mr. Parker. If everybody has seen all of our thumbnails for the show, those are all done by John Parker and Mr. Parker. We want to greatly thank you for every thumbnail and everything that you do for the community. It is greatly appreciated. I don't know if we can say thank you enough for everything that you do. So thank you so much. When you initially sent the first one out, we loved it, and then when you sent the next one, I was like, well, we can separate the on the water shows versus the in the at the house shows, and you keep sending them. So I'm like, well, we'll just start rotating through our thumbnails. So thank you very much for that. KY Redneck, what's going on? Brokeback Bob, when are you going to get your superhero suit? I don't know. Believe it or not, somebody at work called me Superman the other day. But I love it. So I'm going to have to get me a Superman suit. We got 16 awesome people in here. Let's see. KY Redneck, Whisker Dreams. I don't want to miss anybody. So thank you all so much for coming in. One of the things I was going to just really quick talk about is the issue that I'm having with my boat, Snaggin 2. We were out on for stand day last Sunday, and Tiny Smith was with us. For those of you that watched us, hey, what's going on, Kevin? Thanks for coming in. So it is just me right now. May have a couple of people popping in here shortly. Not sure yet, but it's okay. We will make do, and we will hopefully have a great show. But again, if anybody wants to pop up, talk about anything, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. So feel free to click on that link, come on in, and we will have a discussion about anything, minus the big topics that we don't talk about. But anyway, hey, Miss Annette, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. Jeff, thanks for coming in. Oh, that's right. My mind goes 90 different directions at one time, so you guys will have to forgive me. I see a comment, and I'm like, oh, look at that. Squirrel. Jeff reminded me, congratulations, Butterflies, on your new PB flathead. You caught it this morning, right? Hey, what's going on, JG? He did share. Thank you so much for following him to share. Oh, yes, that was awesome, Butterflies. I didn't get to see it. Whoa, 32 awesome people in here. Thank you all so much for coming in. For those, hey, Quiet Man Curtis, what's going on? Thank you all for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. Chucky, as I said, Sean is on vacation. I'm sorry if I repeat myself, but there was a huge jump in numbers, so I want to make sure everybody's aware that we should have a couple of more, maybe have a couple more people come in. Excuse me. And the link to come in here is pinned to the top of the chat. So if anybody wants to come up, please feel free to do so. Oh, look at that. Boom, boom, bam. Thanks for being the second Fever Believer, buddy. Absolutely. Well, thanks for being the first Whisker Warrior. And that does remind me, if anybody's interested in becoming a channel member, our membership is available. You too can become a Whisker Warrior. We really appreciate everything that everybody does for us, and any sub-size matters. Rowdy Roy, how you doing? There should be a link in the description to our membership page, or to our membership registration. So if anybody's interested, feel free to go there and check that out. We really appreciate it. Charles, I'm going to star that and come back to that question in just a minute. Wait a minute. Did I miss some? Oh, Stan 3. Stan 3 said, so I got a good question. Any spots on the James you haven't been that you want to try, and why? Yes, and yes. Sean and I have talked about a number of times and just have not had the opportunity to do it. We want to go down to the power lines and fish that area of the power lines and the lower section of the James. Pretty much, if you know where Herring Creek comes in, that's probably the extent downriver that we've been. So Herring Creek down. So we want to go down to the power lines to the deeper water, where the winter time fishing is what we understand to be some of the best fishing on the James. So that's really where one of the spots that we want to go, because we hear that's where the monster. I mean, we know there's some big fish up in the upper James. We know because you've caught them, Stan 3. And we've caught a few ourselves. But we want to go down there to the deeper holes, and we know you and Dan have been down there. Your dad. We know a lot. A couple of people that have been down there. So we want to go try that area out and see if we can pull ourselves in some new PBs down that area. So thank you for asking that question. That's a great question. Let's see. Charles Breckenridge said, "What is your opinion on crimping leaders?" Charles, to be honest with you, I don't have an opinion on crimping leaders because I don't do it. I understand the idea behind it, but I think that's just for me personally, that's just extra steps. And if you're buying leaders like that, they can tend to get maybe a little bit expensive when you can buy them and make them your own, the traditional way, and they work just fine. I mean, I know people that have used, I think Stan 3 and Stan 2 have used crimp leaders before. I have not, but I've still pulled in some decent sized fish on regular leader line without being crimped, just snelled and knots on everything. So I don't know. I honestly don't have an opinion because I've never used them, but I don't see myself using them. But I try never to say never. So I hope I answered your question. If anybody else has an answer to that question, feel free to put it out there. But thank you for asking the question, Charles. I appreciate that. Let's see. Shirley T, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. LG Baz, how you doing, Tom? Tom and I were talking in chat not too long ago about us making another trip down to the dock. That's going to be... Oh, excuse me. I can't wait to do that. I know Sean and Ryan had a blast. I know Landon had a good time when he was there, although he fell asleep halfway through fishing that night. So, but yeah, we talked about going back down to the dock and fishing again. That was fun. We can't wait to do that again. Mr. 222 stands. Appreciate that, Kevin. Appreciate that. Sharon Chavez, good evening, everyone. Great seeing everyone here. Thank you all so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. Uncle Jeep, Bacon. Don't let the Pickle Park posse on. They just left the bait shop in a mess. Chad has a few days of cleanup to do now. Oh, that's funny. That Palmetto, that I'm going to talk about your tournament on Saturday too, since I will be fishing in that. If anybody wants to come up, like I said before, if anybody wants to come up, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Feel free to pop in. We'll talk about anything that you would like to talk about. For the most part. Wait a minute. We got a guest. Let's see who we got. Real time, Mr. John Parker.
Is everything okay? Am I echoing anything?
No, sir.
Okay. I don't know how to do all this stuff right here. You see everything? Because I can't see nothing. I got something set wrong.
No, you're good. We see you. We see you, hear you.
Yeah, I just popped up a minute, man. I got a live coming up in the morning. Just letting everybody know.
Awesome. What time?
We're going to try to leave out here about 7 a.m. Going to a spot that's supposed to be holding some real big fish. Yeah, I've never fished it before. On the Neuse River, it's supposed to be a good spot. So y'all guys tune in.
Nice.
We're gonna try. We're leaving here at 6:30. We're trying to be live by 7 o'clock if everything works out right.
Yeah, you know how the best laid plans go.
Man, I tell you, just trying to beat this heat right now, man. It's tough out here.
I hear you.
I ain't kidding.
Virginia too.
Well, I was loading the truck a while ago. Before I finished loading the truck, I was soaked from head to toe. Everything just soaking wet, man.
Yes, sir.
But I hope you didn't mind if I come up there and just put out a plug real quick.
Oh, not at all.
Be live.
No, we're here to help everybody out.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but thank you so much for all the thumbnails you've given us. They're fantastic, and we love them.
Well, I appreciate it, man. It's something I just love doing. I love doing it for everybody, you know. It's just I sit around the house when I can't go fishing, too hot to go fishing. I can't just sit there. I just got to be doing something. I can't see TV. I listen to it, can't really see it. So I just get on my iPad and just start creating.
Well, you do a great job.
I'm in the process now of making several people superheroes. So don't be surprised, Dustin, if you get a something on your page looking like a superhero.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I was just saying something the other day. I was at work, and somebody called, my coworker called me Superman.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. Ain't no telling what I'll come up with. I just kind of go through my stuff there, you know, in Canvas, see what's available, and I'll put somebody's head on it and do something with it, man. I just enjoy having fun. I enjoy helping people, man. I love this catfish community. Everybody, you know, treats us real good. And I just love giving back. And that's the only way I can give back. So that's the way I try to do.
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes me happiest in life is to be able to help others.
Yeah.
And I to me, one of the things that stands out most to me is I ran a race called the Tough Mudder. This was probably, I don't know, 8-9 years ago. And it's basically a big obstacle course, but it's a very muddy, dirty obstacle course. And so, like one of the obstacles we had to go through were called the pits. So they were about 5 foot deep, full of muddy water, and then you had to help people over the humps. And they got up on the hump, and you pull people up, and you jump down to the next 5 foot. You know, and my favorite part of that entire event was helping everybody else.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, man. So it's just something about the feeling of helping somebody, you know. You can imagine the smile on their face when they click and see their face on a superhero or see a new thumbnail or sticker. It's just, you know, it's just something about the excitement that knowing that other people may, you know, be happy for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
That's the only way I can describe it. You know, I just something I'll always do. Until I can't do it no more, I'll do it.
Yeah, we need more people like that in this world.
Well, anything you can do to bring a smile and some joy to anybody's face, you know, that's what it's all about. But I ain't gonna hold it, Dustin. I'm gonna let other people come up. I just wanted to jump up and say that me and Dana will be at a new spot in the morning. It's got a lot of potential. So all we can do is go try. That's all we can do.
Well, good luck.
Put a bait in the water and just see if anything happens.
There you go. Well, good luck. Thank you so much for coming up. We really appreciate everything you do.
Okay, well, go ahead and kick me out because I'm not going to be able to see how to do it, and I'll get out of here once you kick me out.
Okay.
Okay. See y'all guys later. See y'all tomorrow.
All right. Well, that was awesome. I love having guests like that come up. If anybody else wants to pop in, please feel free to do so. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about. We got 47 awesome people watching us. Let's see. I am behind in chat, but because we had a guest, that is understandable. So I say. Let's see. Stan 3 said, I feel like it gives another point of break. Go with the kiss method. Oh, I must have missed something. Just a word of advice. It's probably good now, too. Okay. I must have missed something there, but I'll see if I can go back. Shad Daddy, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. Thank you, Quiet Man. Curtis saying, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate that. See, Fish and Fever said, people have been reeling in tuna without crimps for years. I think we will be okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it just gives you another option. It is another option. Like I said, for me, I don't find it necessary for what we do. But that's, you know, everybody's different. Everybody finds something that there may be something about it if I ever tried it that I would like. I don't know. Like I said, I try never to say never. So I'll never say that I will never use it. There I went to never like 17 times. Whisker Dream said, I can send you some crimp rigs if you would like to try them. I'll try any. I mean, I don't know if you were talking to me, Whisker Dreams, but I'll try anything I'll try anything at least once to see if it makes a difference. Paul Dixon, welcome in. Thank you so much. Let's see. Want to be outdoors. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Chucky. Let's see. We got 49. You guys are awesome. We got Fishing with Steve Mosley. You're going out tomorrow on your mom? Just so everybody knows, that's the name of his kayak. Oh, that's been fun to talk about. Some people may catch that at the wrong time, catch those conversations at the wrong time, but it's funny to talk about. I hope he doesn't get mad, but he reminds me of Mr. Magoo of Catfishing. Get that superhero a contract for rent-a-fish. I'd like to try crimped rigs for red drum. It helps with getting distance because of the shorter leader lengths. I got you. Okay. Roger, what's going on? Let's see. Roger said, what is one big thing you'd say you do differently now as opposed to when you first started fishing the James? Location. That's the same location. When we first started, a lot of the time we would go down by the mayor's house. We spent a lot of time down in the middle section. If anybody watched last week's show, the middle section of the lower James, middle section of the lower James, not the upper or the middle upper, but the middle. But to answer your question, I think location. And gizzard shed, the bait and location are the two biggest things that have changed for us and have been a game changer. So we started using the gill net. That was a game changer. We finally learned how to throw a cast net. Thank you, Stan 3, for showing that to me. And that was a game changer because it makes it a lot easier because you don't have to set the net, go back and get it. Excuse me. So, that fly. So that's, to me, Roger, that's going to be the biggest thing that we've done differently is location. Like I said, we used to fish the middle part of the lower section of the river. Now we fish more of the upper section up by the city. That's the majority of where we spend our time. And we talked about this. I talked about this with Stan too quite a bit. When you go down to the bigger part of the bigger water, the bigger section, the lower part of the James, starting at Hopewell down, the fish have more area to swim. They have more area to hide. It's harder to find them. When you're up in the city, we know the big fish come up there because Stan 3's caught multiple big fish up there, 50s, 60s, 70s. And I myself have caught a 55 up in the city. So we know that they're up there. And so that would have to answer. I hope that answers your question. So the two things that we changed the most is our location and our bait. I'm sorry, Stan 3. I missed your comment about John's strategic plan for the monsters. Hopefully he's still listening. So, Mr. Parker, if you're still listening, Stan 3 wants to know what's your strategic plan for the monsters tomorrow, bait and rigs. I was going to ask you that, but got caught up in the other topic we had. So, Spider-Man is cool. Let's see. Yeah, so that Stan 3 makes a great point. So his is definitely bait size and presentation. Yeah, I'm still working on the whole presentation thing. I still haven't learned the ins and outs of that. What's best for what time of year, for what depth of water you're fishing, and I know there's a lot of things that go into it. So, hey, Jody's in the house, and you were in the house 8 minutes ago. So I'm a little behind in chat, but yes. Well, thank you, Jody, for coming in. Appreciate that. Sorry I didn't get the comments to Mr. Parker was up here. We got to talking, but so many nice people in the community, and then there's the others who talk poop. Yeah. I mean, you're always going to have folks that want to cause controversy, or they don't see it causing controversy. That it's just that sometimes that's just who they are, and that's what they were taught growing up. So. Well, thank you, Austin. I try to do as much as I can for as many as I can. I mean, that's kind of my goal in life. Like I said, told Mr. Parker, I love helping people. It makes me feel good, but I do it to help them. So let's see. Stan 3 did Said I did that same thing when John and Dana came to fish to James. I was knee deep in mud. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Wannabe. Appreciate that. Yeah, I got a sunburn on stand day, and it was miserable. No, it was on the tournament. It was on Brian B's tournament. It was miserable out there, and I got a sunburn on my head, so I haven't shaved my head recently because my head's peeling. I don't get all that out gunked up in my razor, but thank you, Wannabe. I appreciate that. Really do. Chris M, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Whisker Dreams said Dustin Muskrat asked a great question for you. Yeah, if that's the change, yes. Thank you so much for pointing that out. I appreciate that. Smoke, what's going on? Potomac River Mantras in the house. Let's see. I topped off today, Curtis. Oh, you got gas today? All right. Charles Breckeridge said, I've been dealing with people harassing me at Robius Landing while bank fishing. I've called the game warden 4 times on one guy, and every time he's long gone by the time the warden shows up. Well, I'm sorry you got to deal with that. So, yeah, if you ever want anybody to go with you, I don't know if you go by yourself, but if you ever want anybody to go with you or to come out there and just talk, I'd be more than happy, more than willing to go with you. How would I handle the situation? Well, it's hard to say without being in that situation. So as somebody from my line of work, one of the things I try to do is understand where the person I'm talking to is coming from. So I think on some level, trying to understand what they're, why they are asking or asking questions that they are or acting the way they do can help you defuse a situation. But to be honest with you, I really don't know because I do have a temper and I try not to show it. But I just try to talk, try to find something in common and strike up a conversation. I know it's not always easy. But what is the old adage? Kill them with kindness. So I hope that answers your question, Charles. So if everybody's talking about Muskrat's question, is that what have I changed? And I know I'm way behind the chat. 205 Wild Action, what's going on? All right, I'm going to try to catch up here. Greg Burgess, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. We really appreciate it. Uh-oh, we got another guest. All right, so I've been talking for a while, and I've been doing a good job, but I cannot top this guy.
Boom, boom, bam. You're getting close, though, Dustin. You're getting close. I heard somebody's talking about the James River here tonight.
I was talking about the upper middle section.
Yeah.
No, Roger had asked a question, what I have done differently since when I first started fishing the James to now. And so my answer to that question was location and bait.
Yeah. Dude, you nailed it there. That's pretty much us too. Like when we first came down here from New York, our main catfish up there, believe it or not, were bullheads, and we could go catch a crap load of bullheads. We could fill like a cooler full of small bullheads day after day after day. And that was catfishing to us up there, ultralight poles, little night crawlers, little things like that. We might get a nice channel cat out of the Delaware River every now and then. I think the biggest one I got up there was 16 pounds, something like that. But when we first got down here, I was trying to fish the James River like I tried to fish up there. I was fishing it with little eagle claw hooks, like probably a size 1 eagle claw hook and night crawlers. And yeah, we were catching fish and we thought we were something. We caught a flathead, a channel cat, and a blue cat. Like one of the first nights we were fishing, and they were all like 5 pounds, between 5-6 pounds. And we're like, oh man, look at we know how to fish. And and then, we found out what big fish actually were. And that's been the biggest thing is bait. Roger said, I saw muskrat was out there. If the best tip for big fish, honestly, is just being prepared to catch big fish. Use the right bait, use big baits. You know, if you're going after big fish, yeah, there's the times when, you know, the small baits will work, but most of the time it's going to be, you know, nice chunks of shad or whatever bait fish you have in your area. You know, the hooks, you have the right rods, Uncle Lou's rods, Freddie FOA rods, you know, something that can handle those big fish. And, you know, what people get confused with is when you're casting, they, you know, you talk about Walmart rods and ugly sticks and things like that. Yeah, you can catch a 70-pound fish on an ugly stick, catch a 100-pound fish on an ugly stick. The difference is when it's where it says lure weight, it's the casting. It's the you know, they're only rated to cast like 3 ounces. There you go. And you know, a lot of times that's just that's with like the little bit of current. That's like the norm. So if it goes up to an 8 or 10 ounce, and it's just, you can cast them with an ugly stick, but they're only rated to cast 3 ounces. So that's the big difference there. But so you have the right rods, you have your, you know, at least probably a 30-pound mono main line, at least a 50. But a lot of times we'll use 80 or 100 pound leader because of all the structure, rocks and, you know, sharp things, concrete, different things like that. Yeah, at least 8-aught hooks almost all the time. 8, 10, 12-aught. Freddie's got the new 12-aughts and bigger. They're big hooks for those big baits. I mean, there's times we're using whole gizzard shad now. We've done it. You've done it. You've seen the big baits, and that's the big difference. That's if you want to consistently catch big fish, you be prepared. You go out there and target the big fish, just like Roger says. That's the best. That's the biggest change anybody can do to go from catching fish to catching fish.
And that's what he was saying. Bait was the answer he was looking for. So remembering back to when, you know, when we started fishing.
Yeah.
So, to answer Jody's question, yes, this week has been a little busy for me. My wife just got back into town on the train this evening. So, and my wife went to the beach with a friend of hers. So, and then I've got a lot of things going on during the week. So, yes, it has been busy for me. I haven't got into as many lives as I wanted to. But,
yes, you're right, Uncle G. Mountain Dew is the number one. Yes, you have to have Mountain Dew. That is the number one answer for, you know, catching big fish. You need Mountain Dew. But I'm sorry, Dustin. Go ahead. I saw Uncle G put it out there, and I had to.
I'm sorry. Oh, David Smith, $5 boom. Thank you so much, David. Appreciate that. Flying solo.
Oh, damn, there you go.
Great job, Dustin. Boy, thank you, David. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Steve Mosley, probably gonna be out on his mom tomorrow. On your mom tomorrow. Let's see. Good, the bad. Let's see. Jeff said, I saw the good, the bad, and the ugly this week in the city. Need some Z's later. All right, Jeff. Thanks for coming in. Let's see.
Hey, you haven't seen Steve Ransom yet, have you? What's up, 205?
No, I have not.
He's down here right now. Same thing with me. It's been a crazy week. I've had all kinds of appointments all week. I think once I finally got home, I looked at my messages and everything. I think you messaged me this morning or this afternoon. And then I think I finally got back to you, 6 o'clock tonight or something. And
yeah.
I just now got things done. I made it up here and I was like, holy crap. I planned on being here by 9. Hey, there is Mama Sharon Chavez. Hello. We have to get down there. I keep saying it every week.
Oh my God, we gotta wait for cooler weather though.
Yeah, maybe we'll wait for a little cooler weather, but we got to get together with the Chavezes and the Virginia people and have a big fish fry.
That sounds like a blast. Austin said, "Oh Lord, here we go. The S word needs to stop." They were talking about.
I didn't say it.
No.
Although
Nothing about that.
Although I was given a new nickname this week. Apparently, I am now
That was last.
Captain Sturgeon.
You should have called it Captain S word.
Yeah, there you go, Captain S word.
We got Kentucky in the house. What's going on, Kentucky? All right.
Matt, want to be outdoors? I want to get my hands on some 12-watt hybrid hooks. Check out FOA Outdoors. Use code
Hey,
2 cans. FOA Outdoors. Oh my goodness. My brain is just going faster than my mouth can talk. FOA Customs and Gear. I don't know if Andrew's out there. Stand 3 just handed me something through the thing. Hey, there's the Rebel River Cats. What's up, Doug?
Size matters, Andrew. Size matters. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
Bam.
There you go. There you go.
So I guess I actually get this one.
Yeah. Andrew's still out there. I was wearing his shirt at the grocery store the other day, and I ran into somebody I know. She goes, "I love your shirt."
Well, it took Stand 3 all of about 2.22 minutes to put the shirt on once it came in today. So, yeah.
Roger said, number of importance starts 1, bait. Number 2, hook. Number 3, leader. 4, main line. 5, reel. 6, rod. 7, you.
Yep, for the most part, and that's and then once you get going and you get things figured out, then you do little things like one of the big things we've done differently lately is having the FOA rods, having the 2 down rods at least every single trip.
Yep.
And if you do happen to over guess where those fish are behind you, those 2 down rods everywhere. Those 2 down rods cover the river between where your boat is and where you cast out to. So all those fish that are in between, they'll move upriver to where those down rods are. We've caught a lot of big fish on those down rods, and especially using the FOAs.
So Austin was saying, I think in my opinion, time on the water is the number 1. Couple that with the right bait, the time, the place, bingo. Of course, that's what I've witnessed, not experienced.
Well, and you know what? It's going to change as you the more time you spend on the water, you're going to say, okay, I've got some time on the water now. I know some things time on the water is always going to be your best learning experience. But then you go, okay, I've got some things figured out. So, okay, now it's bait. Now it's this. Now it's that. But yeah, it's always, more time on the water, because then like I just said that to you the other day when we did the tournament. I was like, man, I'm so disappointed in myself. When I do this all the time, I knew there was no fish because I could look at the river. And I told you, when we were coming back, I'm like, I don't know why I do this all the time. We do the tournaments and things like that. And I know there's not going to be, they're just, the water conditions just weren't right. Like there's not going to be fish there. And guess what? There wasn't. And, so it's like, man, but it's a tournament. So you feel like you got to go out there and,
you got to have
no worries, Andrew. That's I got the ticket.
There you go. We got Catfish Dog in the house this evening, guys, listening and getting ready for work. Awesome. Austin, I work with her, so she already knows me. Wannabe said, I wear my shirt everywhere. It sure gets double takes. That is the truth. That is the truth. Oh, yeah, I'm caught up in chat. Look at that. Like you said, bro, always be prepared to hook into a big.
That's right. They're all eaten by the sturgeon. Now, I'm surprised. Like, here we are in July. We should have been seeing. It's weird. And I know, things in nature, they happen in cycles and stuff, but it seemed like a couple years ago it was a high, and now they've been coming back down again. I don't know. I don't know if they do happen to do like a few year cycle and then it goes up and down, just like a lot of things do. But
right.
A couple years ago, you remember they were everywhere.
Yeah, we almost had them land in the boat a couple times.
Yep.
But
Dan actually did have it land on the boat, landed right on the front of his kayak.
Oh, wow. Well, no, one of the things I was going to talk about tonight.
Hey, Shirley T. Shirley is awesome. Gotta love Shirley T up there.
So for those of you that have been following, we were out. I think I started this story at the beginning of the, right? That look on your face.
I know. I was waiting for the story. You got me all excited here now.
Oh,
I waited with bated breath.
Bated, I like that on a fishing show.
There you go, huh?
No, for those of you that have been following since last week, you know, when Tiny Smith was driving the boat, we were out on the James, and we pulled into the boat ramp, and my motor wouldn't go up. So we decided not to go out the Friday night just because, well, first off, there were storms supposed to be coming in. But we did go out to the tournament on Saturday. We had to manually lower the motor, which I don't know how many more times I would be able to do that because the screw that you do that with is starting to strip. So I may have to get another one of those because the part that I'm holding in my hand doesn't have one, because the part that I'm holding in my hand. All right, Roger, thanks for coming in. Appreciate that.
By the way, Roger, another great show, Roger and Creel on Muskrat Adventures on Tuesday nights. They do a great job.
Yeah, I have to go back and rewatch those shows because I bowl on Tuesday nights. So, and I don't get very good signal in the bowling alley. So,
but anyways, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So, after Stan and I, he was gracious enough to help me try to troubleshoot the issue. We believe it was the trim motor because we stuck the from the battery to the end of the trim motor and it didn't move. So, I emailed my mechanic, and he sent me a quote back. I think the total was $367. I'm not mistaken, $347.67, something like that.
That's what you told me, something like that. It was 300, about 350 is what I remember thinking in my head, and I'm like, holy crap.
So I was having a hard time in my research trying to find something for my particular boat, the age of my boat. My boat's a 2015. I found out online trim motor for a 2009 to 2014, was having a heck of a time trying to find it. So, but the next time I went and searched, lo and behold, I found it. And I was able to, I saved, I think, $60 to $75, and it came in today. So this little part right here was like $260. For those that are interested, my boat, like I said, I have a 215, good gracious. I have a 2015 Mercury 4-stroke 90 horsepower motor. And this is the trim motor. This is the OEM motor that I bought for it. It is on Ready Set Boat. And this particular motor was $274, not the $350 that my mechanic was offering. So the link to this motor is in the description. And it's real simple because there's only two things that you have to. The biggest thing is going to be fishing this wire, but these plug in to the wires that are coming off the relay. So we'll plug green, of course, is for down, blue is for up. And the way that the guy that I saw on YouTube described it was, hey, there's Steve Ransom. What's going on? Green for grass, blue for sky. So blue is the up, green is the down. So, and it surprises me. There's only 2 screws for this, 2 hex bolts. So I got to take those off, put this on. It comes with a new O-ring and the 2 screws with lock washers. So take those 2 off, put the new one on, run these cables up through the cowling, and plug them in. So I'm going to try to do a video on that. I do have to go out. Come back on. Hey,
I'm back.
In here.
I saw. We'll talk to Steve in a minute, but
absolutely. So, we have. Are you in Kevin's tournament this weekend?
Oh my God, I need to be. Yes, we need to be. I was going to message him after this past weekend, and I was like, oh, it's been crazy. My life is crazy.
Well, I was going to say he did send us a message for those of us that were. You all right?
My wife said, I said, my life is crazy. She's like, no, it's not your life. It's you.
Your wife know what's best, right?
Yeah, I guess so. We were talking about that last week. So,
hey, Skipjack, Cindy, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Crappy Day Fish on. What's going on? But Kevin sent a message out. He said because he didn't get as much interest as he thought that it's the Tour de Whiskers was supposed to be on individual channels.
Yeah.
But now because he didn't have as much interest, it's going to be on his channel.
Uh-oh.
So we're still doing it. It's just it's going to be on his channel.
Crap, I hope there's still room then.
Let me see how many. He sent us a message with I think how many people. He might still be in here. I'm not sure. He was in here a little bit ago. All on Kevin's channel now. So tune in. Palmetto Cats, Saturday, 8 a.m. Here it is.
Crappy day, Fishin. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. How's it going, Cindy?
All he said was didn't have as many people sign up as he thought, so we'll stream on his channel. He didn't say how many people are in, so you might want to still reach out to him. But if he's full, if you're more than welcome to come out with me Saturday morning if you would like.
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, the only reason I know is because I got to him when he first started talking about the live he did about the live fishing league.
Yeah. I thought I did too, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought, it was probably one of those things, and I'm really bad at it too, because the things I do, like you get so many people that say stuff to you. It was probably one of those things where I just said it either like in a live or like send them a message or something that said, sign me up for all your tournaments, and not really paid attention to the rules. And yeah, Airhead, my wife is calling me, man. I thought I must have done something wrong.
So Rhonda said, I believe during the bait shop, he said there was one spot left, but don't quote her on that. And JG is asking if there's any spots left. So you two need to box it out for the final spot. If there's we can do that on Team Snaggin Whiskers channel. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've been known to throw down a long time ago.
I've been known to fall down. Oh, anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that too.
Let's see. Charles Breckenridge said, for me, it's about location. It doesn't matter how strong your rod is or how fresh your bait is. If you're not putting your bait in front of fish, you're not going to catch anything. Back to the conversation we were having earlier. Thank you, Charles, for your input.
Charles, that's Fishing 101 right there. Yep. And I can't remember who said that. There's so many people that have done YouTube before us, and people like Steve Douglas, just sticking with catfishing, Steve Douglas and Chris Flores and Luke from Cats and Carp. And, I'll forget people. You start doing that and then people get offended. I'm not trying to forget anybody. But there's so many things and that's like 101. Like if the fish aren't there, you're not going to catch any fish. So that's number one. You've got to go where the fish are for those conditions for that day. And people give catfish, they think catfish is this lazy bottom fish that just kind of sit there. No, these are top predators in almost all the waters they're in, and they will move miles and miles and miles every day. So definitely a great point, Charles. Charles fishing James River here with us. Yep.
Yeah, we were just talking about something. He fishes on the bank spot, and some people have been giving him a hard time lately. So
yeah, you ever need backup, Charles, you just give us a call. We got you.
So Palmetto Cats in the house saying, boom, boom, bam, it's Stan. So, I was going to say, Kevin, you have two people in here that are interested to know if you have any spots left for Saturday morning.
We're willing to do the
Kevin,
the cage match.
I said we could do a boxing match between the two of them here on TSW's channel.
Charles is saying, I believe it was Catfish and Carp who said that. It probably was, and that's it. You gotta fish where the fish are at, and they're only in a certain small percentage of the water that's out there. So,
right. Pontoon Jodi said the Tennessee Belt Tournament is Saturday night, 6 p.m. to midnight on Trophy Seeker Outdoors channel. So put that in your calendar. Go down. Matter of fact, it's probably out there now. You can go out there and click on the Remind Me if you go to TSO's channel, and it will remind you before it comes on.
There you go.
Let's see. I got behind again. Franklin Prawn, what's going on? Says good evening, gentlemen, and all in chat. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you, Steve Ransom. Says pretty much. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Uh-oh, there it is. He said, "Yep, I got one spot left."
Yeah, I wasn't even worrying about it because it was on your own channel kind of thing, and I was going to message him on this weekend, and then by the time Saturday got done, and then Sunday, and then appointments all week, and it's just been crazy. Yeah. I know I said that before. I'm just frustrated. There you go, Charles.
Ronnie said, "Woo!" Now that Kevin confirmed it, you can quote me.
There you go. Ron is usually right on the ball with all that stuff.
Absolutely. JG said, "Who wants it? Stan, you take it."
Well, you know me. I saw that, Kevin. I saw that. You know me. No, you take it. JG, we'll get in touch with each other right after this. But I think, Kevin, that spot will be filled one or another between us or JG.
So JG, selfishly, if he doesn't take it, if you take it, then he can be my Joey.
Oh, there you go. That's right.
No, I mean, it is what it is. So you got it. You'll be on the water one way or another, Stan. Or you got the option.
Well, you know me. I'm always thinking of my son too. So
absolutely. Oh, he says, "No, I haven't heard from Robin C."
Oh, so that might mean there's two spots. So he might have two. There you go.
Yeah, he might have two. Okay, cool.
Isn't it funny now that it's like he moved it to just his channel and there's a limit? Everybody's like, "Whoa, wait a minute." I was gonna fish it.
Now I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm really, and luckily everybody, you know, I've been blessed with the friends that we have, and everybody out there does a great job. And I do not mean to be a pain to everybody. That's just my procrastination and things. Well, I know we've been the last minute. Like I think last year's monster hunt, it was like starting, and Kevin's like, "All right, if you can hit the water now, you're in."
Yeah, I remember that because I was watching the monster hunt.
Yeah, and then then I almost won it. Made it all the way down to 8 minutes left.
Oh, so yeah, those were the two topics I was going to talk about. Like I said earlier, Sean is on vacation with his family, so the area he's in doesn't get very good signal. He was going to pop in, but he didn't have a chance to. And we had Tanner, a life of fishing from last week, was going to come back up. But it looks like he didn't make it either. But as always, I've always told Stan he is more than welcome anytime on Snaggin Night Live or on TSW's channel to come up. He definitely has a gift of gab, more so than I do, which is saying something if you ask my family. So, all right, Charles, thanks for coming in. Charles says, "I got to go. You guys have a great rest of your night." Well, you do the same, sir. Thank you very much.
I got to meet Charles one of these days. I've heard a lot of good things about him. I've seen posts that he's made in some Facebook pages and stuff. He seems like a really good dude. I'd like to meet him.
Uncle Jeep says
you're right here. Let's see. JG, you can take the spot. Seriously, go ahead. We'll have a way to get on the water. That's right. I'm having sturgeon withdrawals. I'm not even seeing them this year.
So Palmetto, Kevin said, "Here's the lineup. We got Palmetto Cats, TSW, Murillo, Fish and Fever, Robin C, Greenwell, and Reeling by Faith. And Hogleg and KP are hosting."
There you go. That's right. I had to look at the Field and Stream magazine to see the pictures of the sturgeon.
Oh man! I said, when are you guys going to be on the water? Well, the water has been. Have you been to the river lately, Stan? I was there. There was a caution about staying off the river.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, you know, and it's one of those things. Like, I think pretty much we would have been okay. Nighttime would have been the part that's bad, because when you get that it was up above flood stage. So the big
Yep.
thing you got to worry about at night is not seeing the trees and stuff coming down river, all the debris.
Right.
But then it came back down, and it should be like where it's at. Pretty good current and stuff right now. Good job, JG. But anyways, Steve Ransom is here fishing the James right now. So we're gonna try to be definitely on the water somehow, some way, try to at least, even if we just get out and try to meet you and try to get some bait and stuff with you tomorrow, Steve.
Nice. I don't know if you saw it, but they actually added a new, I think it's called Friends of the James. They added a new camera on the bridge just up from the 14th Street Bridge.
Yeah. I saw that.
So I've been trying to keep an eye on that to see what the water looks like, and it looks really muddy in that area. Anyway.
We were upriver, and it was we went over the bridge upriver today. We had a couple of appointments up in the upper side, like the west end of Richmond up there.
Right.
So we went over a couple of the bridges there, and the water was up, the water was flying, and it was muddy. Hey, CVA, what's up? Fresno, great to see you.
What's up, CVA?
He's catfishing Fresno. Hasn't been CVA in forever, but we all still remember him as CVA.
Oh no, Kevin said, don't know if you mentioned it, but Kevin from K&B Anglers is in rough shape. What happened?
Uh-oh.
I didn't hear anything. Wait a minute, did somebody oh, Robin's in here. Look at that. It's Robin C. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about Kevin from K&B. But hope he's okay. Hope everything goes well for him.
Oh, there you go. Steve said Steve Ransom got a couple around 9 pounds and a 42. There you go.
Nice.
Now, I believe Steve normally goes down around the mayor's house and Deep Bottom and that area down there, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure where he went. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
He had a stroke.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family, too.
No, he's not in good shape. And they just lost Pops this past year.
Good evening. We have David Bassboat Hughes in the house. How you doing, David? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's rough. My father has had a couple of strokes and probably about 10 to 12 mini strokes. So I definitely know it's rough. Let's see real quick. I know we're
Absolutely.
Hey, Steve, you don't mind if I show this picture, do you? Steve just sent me a picture of the 42 that he caught. Catfish Bill 66 got a call from his wife. He needs prayer. He needs prayers, y'all. That's all right, Steve. If you don't mind me showing the picture, I'll show it up on screen. Go for it. All right, here we go. Nice.
There you go. Feeding up right there. That's
Yep.
right, LG. Definitely prayers for Kevin out there. Beautiful fish, by the way, Steve.
922 said nice. Kevin says nice one.
And that's about as terrible as it can get.
Absolutely. 42 is crappie days PB too. Well, it is now 10 o'clock.
Ooh, that's flying. Hey, what's up, Lynn?
Catfish and Fever Outdoors says prayers. Well done, said Robin C. to Steve. But anyway, it's 10 o'clock. Stan, thank you for coming up. Always love to have you on the show.
Well, I've been known to talk a little bit. Hey, Double Hook, how's it going?
Happy birthday, Double Hook. He had his 50th birthday bonanza going. He had a live this evening.
Woo!
So happy birthday, my friend.
I remember 50.
I don't because I'm not there yet. Kevin, don't ever worry about that, Kevin. He said, didn't mean to bring the tone down, but I believe in prayer. So more people we can get, pray better.
Absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, so if anybody out there live in prayer, definitely pray for Kevin out there. It's been...
Holy cow. Catfishing fever with a 99.99 boom, boom, bam. Holy cow. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Yeah, Steve, I have Steve's number if we want to get a hold of him.
That's right. It says, get your son a fishing rod.
Well, thank you so much. That's amazing. Oh, man. What the what? We got Brian B in the house.
What's up, bro?
Always coming in late, but that's okay. We love having him here anyway.
But you know what? He still thinks you're doing a great job, Dustin.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I really do. Wow. I'm flabbergasted. Holy cow. Thank you, Catfishing Fever Outdoors. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. This community is awesome. The folks that we have met, the folks that we have talked to, everybody that has helped us get to where we're at. We can't express enough gratitude for everything that everybody's done for us. I still remember sitting in that kitchen in there talking to my wife saying, I think I might start a YouTube channel. She's like, well, what would you do? I'm like, I really don't know. I said, but I can talk. Brian said, Dustin, you're doing a great job.
See there? Told you. Well, Dustin, along the same lines today, there was a Facebook post that come out, and my girl Judy Booty, who is a guy, Justin Gay, he had out his he put a bucket list of fishing, and on that list was Haz, was Paula Smith, was Chris Flores, was Steve Douglas, and myself. And I'm like, man, like to just be mentioned with Paula and Steve and Chris, and yeah, like Steve and Chris, Haz, we kind of grew up together on here, and I remember doing the push for 1K with Haz, and we fished together and we've done that stuff. But Paula, the legend that she is, and Steve Douglas and Chris, and to be mentioned in the same like bucket list with them, that was just like, phew. And there's Sharon Chavez. My bucket list was Mike Chavez, and that happened within the past couple of years. So you're talking about YouTube, just like you were saying. I can remember same thing, like, hey, I can do this, I can talk, I know a lot about fishing, let's do this. And wait, Judy Booty is a man? Yes.
Well, thank you, JG. He said you get back what you give without asking for it.
Amen.
But yeah, wow, I'm taken aback, but that's just amazing. Thank you so much. That just reaffirms for me everything. We made the right choice. We're able to come out here and do what we love and help others do the same. And we hopefully help others learn and enjoy the sport of fishing, more specifically catfishing, but fishing in general. It's a blast. We love doing it. We love meeting everybody and getting able to get out on the water with friends. I can't tell you how we get out on the water and we see somebody, or somebody recognizes us, or we recognize somebody, we get to say hi. And so get people coming all the way down from Michigan, Robin C., to fish with us. So
Brian B says, who is that? The guy that has that cooking channel?
No, that's Jody.
That TikTok guy has.
Steve Ransom said, you do a great job, Dustin. Your channel and all the ones you help out. You and Two Stands are awesome. Well, thank you, Steve. Appreciate that.
And that's what it's all about. You know, at one point, like Stand 3 and I were pretty much the only ones that were like fishing the upper part of that. When when I say we, I mean Stand 3. But you know, I was out there. I was part of it. But you know, now you've got people that are fishing up there for bigger fish, and you know, a lot of the spots that we had kind of it was kind of a lone stretch up there, and now you've got other people fishing. And Double Hook says he also got to 800 subs today. Way to go. Way to go.
That's a heck of a birthday present.
And that's you know, seeing everybody, you know, that's one of the biggest things. Like I got that 50 a few weeks ago, and I get to catch a big fish now and then, but I get so excited. I just love being out there with everybody else catching big fish. I love being part of that. And
absolutely,
you know, especially since when I get the big fish, they pee all over me. So, you know,
or your son makes sure they do.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess it doesn't matter. I might as well catch them. Hey, Ed. What's up, Ed?
All right. Well, I hate, for those of you that those of you just came in, I hate to end it, but it is 10 o'clock. It's 10:07. But wow, I'm still taking it back on the super chat. So thank you, everybody. Don't forget, memberships are out there in the description. The link to our memberships is $3.99. You too can become a Whisker Warrior. And again, don't forget, John Parker will be trying to be live tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock in a new location where he says he believes there are monster fish there. So he's going to go. Hopefully they're not stuffed, but I
believe him and Dana, right? Did I hear Miss Dana's going to be with him? I believe.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brian B says you can't end the live stream with a super chat. We'll be here to 2 o'clock in the morning for that one to get going.
I know, right? I don't know what keeps them up there, but
the amount. So it's a certain amount of time. So like
Oh, Nubby, what's going on? Thank you so much. Another 22 minutes. Okay, well, let's keep talking, Stan. We got to keep our.
There you go. You see the $4.99. You see how that one's going down? Like that's what it is. You get a certain. So like my 222s are up there for 2 minutes and 22 seconds, and they're gone. But
Butterfly says, "Good night, Dustin, Stan, Chat, and Sean, wherever you are."
Yeah, always great to see butterflies out there. But that's what this is about. It's about helping everybody. You know, and if it's just a matter of getting out of the house and getting to the river, well, hey, that's great. If it's you know, going out there and going from catching, you know, 3, 4, 5 pounders to getting 15, 20, 25, 30, 32, 40, 50, 55 pounders even. You know, that's I know, I get excited.
Oh, there we go again. We got to stay for another 2 minutes, 22 seconds.
There you go. There you go. But you see how that one.
Wow, thank y'all so much. We really appreciate that. So JG's Hill said this party's just starting. I'm off work tomorrow.
I appreciate that, Crappy Day. Thank you.
Steve Rand, see, you're not going anywhere. And then Brian B said, I'm off tomorrow, so I got time.
That's right. Hey, we'll be, there you go, Robin C.
Robin C is our newest Whisker Warrior. Thank you very much, Robin C. We greatly appreciate that.
There you go. And we are, I think JG Hill was with the 2 stand deckhands, but we're trying to come up with, you know, you got the Fever Believers, now the Whisker Warriors, 2 awesome names for their subscribers, for their channel members. But so anybody else got any ideas out there? We're trying to come up with something pretty cool for that. So congratulations, Robin. Welcome to the Whisker Warriors. But we'll be live tomorrow night, starting the Friday nights. Now it's only from 8 to midnight. Fishin, Ed Evans, if you were watching him on the Friday nights at midnight, he has now moved to Wednesday night at midnight. But we'll be live tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with the Friday Night Cat Chat.
We got Fishin' Fever with a $2 boom. Says Snaggin' Night forever lasting. So real quick, shout out to our members. We have our very first Whisker Warrior was Fishin' Fever. Austin, thank you so much. We got Brian B is also a Whisker Warrior. We got Nina's Kayak Crew is a Whisker Warrior. And now Robin C is also a new Whisker Warrior. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate that.
Yep, I keep trying to get that second one and I keep missing it.
Freddie says, I'm pouring lead, so I need something to listen to.
Well, of course, you know what Freddie's pouring lead for. By the way, I did one of the appointments I had this week was the eye doctor. So you see me. Yes, my sight has gone worse. So
JG said, that's right. And Stan will be around 8:02. We'll be on around 8:02. Oh, here we go. You got the Stanomatics.
Oh, the Stanomaniacs. There we go. There we go. The Stanimals. The Stanimals. Oh.
He said, give me some time.
The Stanomaniacs. What you gonna do, brothers?
I like it. I like it. See, you ask and you shall receive.
There you go. There you go. When these Stanomaniacs and these 60-inch blue cats run wild on you, brothers. No, I never watched wrestling. I'm sorry. I never. Oh, yeah. I'm getting a little excited. Sorry.
That's okay. Fishin' Fever still likes the little S word.
Little S word. Yeah, that was Austin's little S words. We're gonna come up with it. We'll come up with some kind of contest and.
Oh yeah.
JG said, I think Freddie is preparing for August show. Hard at it.
Oh, but yeah, that's right. With there it is, the dragon weights, especially the 2 crew. Oh,
there you go.
2 crew. Oh, hey, we got some competition now.
I like it.
Catfishing Fever Outdoors says Stanomaniac shirts.
There you go. There you go. I go through a lot of those shirts, so I guarantee it.
For mine, you might have to cut it a little bit. I need some help with I don't have the strength.
But Freddie, FOA, customsandgear.com. If you're looking for dragon weights, they are awesome, awesome weights. And he now has, I don't know if I haven't really seen any of the other ones have the bigger weights out there. He's got 6 ounce and 8 ounce dragon weights, which is great for doing when you're anchored up with boards and stuff like that. They're awesome, and they are called the bottom pounders. So you can use code 2stands10 for that.
Love it. Bottom pounders. Who came up with that name again?
That was Hooks and Hammocks.
That's right. That's right.
I need to add wrestling characters to my thumbnails.
Before you know it, John Parker might have some for you.
You never know. You never know. I am Captain Sturgeon now, so maybe there's another. Yeah, I know. WWE will be, or E. Yeah, E, right? Yeah, WWE. Yeah. The Catfish Wrangler crew. There you go.
You too can be a catfish wrangler. You can get a big belt.
That was Austin. Fishin' Fever with the 2 crew.
You can get a big belt buckle for the catfish wrangler. With a guy on a catfish with a rope lassoing.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Freddie said the 6 and 8 ounce bottom pounders will be added to the site next week.
There you go.
Love the FOA gear, Freddie. Can't say anything bad about it. No, nor would I.
When somebody is pouring their own lead to make their dragon weights, that's top quality. Stantastics, I like that too. There's I'm glad there was a lot of great ones tonight. I'm glad I mentioned it. Thanks for bringing up the memberships there, Dustin.
2 stands 2 crew.
There you go. There you go. I was I was at a loss for them, and when we started out, it was, oh my goodness, Steve Mosley. All right, Dustin, we've got to do the. I've heard there were some people that were upset this past weekend on Brian's tournament.
Upset? Why?
Because we got to put the your mom is the name of Steve Mosley's kayak.
Correct.
So Steve Mosley, which his son gave him the name. I'll have to try bottom pounders on your mom. So that is the name of his kayak. That's just a little PSA out there.
Yeah. So if anybody ever hears us talking about that, please make sure if anybody gets mad in chat, you remind them that your mom is the name of his kayak. So that's context for conversation. Because without that context, those conversations are over in left field.
But, hey, thank you, Crappy Day. 2 is twice as good as 1 all day. Thank you. And yeah, I do use the awesome people. That was one of the things I did a lot out there. So thank you.
Yeah, Steve said, or JG said you had to be there.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
That was a Snaggin Night Live episode. We were out on the water. Sean and I and I think Snacks were out there, and it was funny. We went with that all night. I know Austin was up on the panel. I think you were up on panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was an awesome night. Austin, and to think it all started on a Fishin' Fever live stream. Guilty by association.
There you go.
Oh, that's right. I think JG was there too.
Yep.
Oh boy, oh boy.
All right. Well, like I said, you see now the 99 is only like a quarter of the way gone.
But we still got 37 people in here watching, so
there you go. That's what happens. That was my very first live stream. That's what I kept saying. All right, well, we're gonna, and somebody was like, but there's still 20, whatever, 30 people here. All right, we're gonna keep going. Well, we started at, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night or whatever. Well, at 9 o'clock in the morning, there were still people watching.
Wow. Oh, is that the one you thought your phone died?
Yeah. Hey, and speaking of Catfish Fever, Lynn had quite a few of those at night. We were Lynn and James Alba and Uncle Lou.
Catfish Fever says it stays for 1 hour. LOL.
There we go. And Murillo is like, isn't this usually where Epic would jump up with his whiteboard and pop up into the live stream? Man, we spent some Friday nights. It was all night. Epic would come up. We were out on the river one night fishing, and Epic came up and talking and stuff. And we were out by Osborne, so we had a couple of spots where my signal was, but I just had Epic on full screen. Then we'd come back in and ended up staying up to like 7 in the morning live, just talking about different spots on different rivers. And Epic had his things out there, and yeah, it was Lynn. That was awesome times.
JG said, I have been around a lot with you two nucky heads. Hey, Greg says, hello, Dustin. I can remember 65. Butterfly says, hopefully people will accept this as the extremely funny name given live that it was. Yes, definitely had to be there. Hilarious show.
I know.
Epic never runs out of things to talk about. That is for sure.
And JG, you on the phone, it's even. I mean, I can't even describe it. Like when you're on the phone, like it's just one thing, because then you're just. And we've had some talks about this other times, like when you're not live per se. But yeah, I mean, it's just been, hours and hours and hours speaking with Epic about all kinds of different things.
Yeah, absolutely. And he gave me some great advice. We were talking. I think the last time, the one time he was up on the show. And he popped out. Epic was up on the show, and he said, when I said that sometimes I have a hard time thinking of something to say when I'm up here by myself, today wasn't an issue because I had in my head what I wanted to say. But he said, put yourself in the boat and put yourself on the water, and then the conversation comes a little bit more easy to you. But he's right. When I'm out on the water, I rarely am at a lack for anything to talk about. It's when I'm sitting here and what I planned is either over with or didn't work or went faster than I thought, then it's a little bit more difficult, to come up with a topic of conversation. But no, he's right. Put yourself in the boat in your head, and the topics never kind of stop for some reason. Let's see. JG said when he calls you, have to decide if you have an hour and a half to talk or not to answer the phone. Look, if Epic calls, you answer the phone, whether you have an hour and a half to talk or not. Catfishing Fever Outdoors said Epic and Sean are good people, fun, full of knowledge. Absolutely. I was lucky enough to meet both of them at CatCon, and we had many a late night at CatCon. Thank you, Size Matters. Appreciate that. Like I said, sometimes if you're in the middle of something or at the end of something and it doesn't transition well, it sometimes a roadblock can get thrown up. But like I said, he had a great advice, and I will always try to stick to that. Two Etten Silver Cats. Two Stan Silver Cats. Hopefully Stan's I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. Boom, boom, bam.
Boom, bam, I'm back. The two Stan Silver Cats. I like it.
JG said when Epic calls, you have to decide if you have an hour and a half to talk or not answer the phone.
Yeah.
I said if Epic calls, you answer the phone, whether you have an hour and a half to talk or not.
Yeah, when my phone rings at like 2:22 in the morning, I'm like, all right, is my kids okay? My wife is like, no, it's probably Epic.
922 says hello, Two Stans.
It's 10:22. You gotta go.
Speaking of 22, it's 10:22. Well, now it's 23, but.
And that was 922 that said hello. Oh, Two Stans.
And by the way, 9.22 is 922 Crappie Barbecues. That is his official weight, the 9.22. We have come to that agreement. That is his. and we'll give him the 19.22 and the 29.22 and the 39. He's got all of those.
That's right. So JG said, boat prep list. Dustin got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think before anybody else does a boat prep list for themselves, we need to do one for Jodi.
Yeah.
And at the top of that list, it needs to say gas. But in parentheses, like eyes on, like you put your eyes on somebody else putting gas in your boat.
Well, here's I used to work on jets in the Air Force, and Dustin, you were in the Army, and there was always that you had that checklist, like with the jets. Like we used to have these pins that you would put in the jets, and it had big orange flags and stuff. This way, it was just kind of like a visual reminder that, okay, that was part of the checklist. You had to take this pin out of a certain thing, and that so that you made you check that before the jet took off. So there was always in the military the checklist. And Dustin and I have been fishing together now a bunch of times. So now it's like pretty much boom, boom, boom. This goes there, that goes there, and it's pretty much. And I'll try to say, okay, the plug's in, and even when we get the boat out, okay, you turn the battery off, like just certain little things. But that's I highly recommend that you have that. That's right. I highly recommend you have that even if you don't, not written down, but even if you just do a mental checklist before you actually back down the ramp, it'll. What's that, Dustin?
Sorry, you were finished that sentence?
No, I was just gonna say it'll prevent a bunch of different issues from coming up.
Yeah. So to that note, well, 922 says gas, tackle, gas, batteries, gas, plug and boat, gas.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I will say I learned that the hard way, because so now whenever we put the boat in the water, I'll take my transom straps off. I'll make sure the plug's in. The transom saver comes off. Of course, the cover comes off first. But even after I do all that, I walk around the boat one more time, because inevitably you're going to forget something. If you do it a lot, if you're out on the water a lot, sometimes you get to a point where it kind of becomes routine. But sometimes those routines and I'll, like at work, if I'm working on more than one or two laptops at a time, I'll work on one, and then I'll work on like the third one down the line. I'm like, oh yeah, I already did that step. Well, I did that step on the one before, and I thought I'd done it on this one. So
and especially if you're out there fishing 2 or 3 times a week, it's just like somebody that takes if you take medicine every day, or like it just becomes every day. Like all of a sudden you think you remember yourself taking it where you actually didn't, or you remember yourself putting the drain plug in or something when you actually didn't, because you just did it yesterday and the day before. So it always helps having that mental checklist to double check. And
so one time it was me, my 2 kids, and my father-in-law. We're just going to go for a cruise on the river, and I think this is our old boat. So I made sure the plug was in. We went to Dutch Gap. So I put the boat in the water, and it started floating, but it wouldn't come off the trailer. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. So I pulled it up. I'm looking around. I'm like, what in the world could it be? And I was still a brand new boater at this time. I think maybe 6 months in. So I'm like, everything's right. So I backed the boat back down in the water, wouldn't come off the trailer. So I pulled the truck up. I back down again. I slam on the brakes. Still wouldn't come off the trailer. I do it again. I go up. I slam on the brakes. Boat pops off the trailer, goes into the water. We tie it off. Good to go. Put the boat and the truck and the boat trailer up on the ramp. As I'm coming down the steps, I start to think, why was that happening? And then it hit me. I forgot to take the transom straps off. So that second time when I slammed on the brakes, it snapped the transom straps.
Oh no.
So I had, of course, so then we got in the water, and I knew at that point what had happened. So I told everybody, I can't take the boat back to the house without transom straps. So I said, let's go to the Hopewell Marina, and we're going to see if they have any transom straps. You can't make this stuff up. We go to the Hopewell Marina. I go inside, and I asked the lady, I said, do you all sell transom straps? She said, we used to. We couldn't sell them, so we don't stock them anymore. All right. I appreciate your time. I got back in the boat. If you come out of Hopewell, you can see Jordan Point Marina from where the Appomattox and James River merge, which is about 3 minutes up the Appomattox to the James, if that.
Well, it depends if you know where the channel is. If you try to go direct straight line diagonal across there and you run into that 1 foot water, you'll end up on a ditch until but yes, it's only about 3 minutes.
So we get back in the boat and we head down and we take that trip over to Jordan Point Marina. And I walk inside and I ask the lady behind the counter, and I said, excuse me, ma'am, do you guys sell transom straps? She goes, yes, we do, but we just can't keep them on the shelf. We are completely sold out. So you got 2 marinas that are within 5 minutes of each other on the water. One doesn't carry them because they can't sell them. The other can't keep them on the shelf because they sell so many of them.
In my opinion, the issue with Hopewell is you never know when they're open. Like sometimes they're open, sometimes they're not. I have never seen that place open. And I've been there quite a few times, and that door's always locked.
But it just baffled me that, they're so close together on the water.
Yeah.
One can't keep them on the shelf because they sell so many of them. The other doesn't stock them because they can't sell anymore. So
$222 later. That's right. That's right.
Wait, what did I miss? Where's my phone? There it is. And he popped out again. Where'd he go? Where'd who go? So if y'all like cranking if you're cranking battery is bad, you know how to connect your trolling battery before a storm blows in. Yeah. For that, I have run out of gas and I have oars on my boat. Well, I have 8 oar and oar. Sorry. Butterfly said checklist is always important for both safety and convenience. Absolutely. So just like Dustin was going to mod me a month ago, I did make you a mod, JG. At least I think I did. Did I not make you a mod, JG? Well, guess what? Just for that, JG, you're a moderator. 922 said, I have a transfer switch on my batteries. I can switch between the two. So I run one or the other or run both. Nice. Yeah, I've got a fuse panel I'm going to be putting in the back of the boat with a separate battery in my other compartment to the left side that I can run lights and everything once I get them installed. But all right, Steve Ransom, good luck tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see you out in the water this weekend. Get a tie-down strap and use it if you have to. Yeah. I'm starting to wonder if you just don't like me anymore. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. That's what it is. I keep hitting the wrong dang button. I'm trying to go back and close, but that's a great point. I saw that before about having the switch and having the extra batteries on there. Like yeah, you have your cranking battery and your other ones, and you could do A, B, or both, and that's a great. You should have that if you've got a boat like that, or at least at a minimum carry a jump pack or some jumper cables with you, one or the other.
Yeah. I have that jump pack that you can use to jump your car or your boat. I have tried it. I have done it for both before.
Yeah, and a big flathead screwdriver. And yes, for anybody that has the power tilt trim, whether it's a Mercury, Yamaha, they all have a manual, and it's usually find your with the Mercuries. You know, we found out where that was at, but Yamahas are very similar. Find out where your power trim motor and tank is at, and there should be a release switch to release the pressure, and you just manually push it up or down.
Just don't don't
have to worry about that, but.
Yeah, don't take the screw all the way out because then you're drained.
It'll come down a lot quicker than you want it to.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, those things are a little heavier to lift up manually because you have to unscrew the screw, then you have to lift the whole motor up, and then you have to tighten the screw back down. Yeah.
It's not too bad once you get it up and going, but to get it started and get it up, it's
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. And JG said another good item to carry for the trim is the relays. Yep.
Yeah, they're very cheap from what all the research that we've done on it. It's a very simple system, and the most expensive part to that is the trim motor. What part went bad on yours?
The trim motor.
Oh, the motor, yeah.
This thing.
Yeah.
That's right there is all that does it right there. That motor, right? That thing that spins. That's the thing that spins.
Thank God to get the part in and we can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Instead of bring it to someplace.
But yeah,
he said that the relays are cheap enough and go out about every year. So another thing that you're going to want to do if you carry the relays, thank you Butterflies for dropping links, is know how to get them off, because that's one of the things Stan and I were looking at when we were trying to troubleshoot everything. We couldn't find out how to get the relay off. It wasn't as intuitive as we thought it was going to be. But
yeah,
that's a lot of people I've heard say carry some relays just in case that happens.
And the three relays are the same. The start, the up and down relays are all the same. So you only need to have the one or two
colors or nothing.
No, they're the same relay, same exact relay. But they did that on purpose so that you could swap them out. No, that made sense. That was a great thing they did by making them all the same.
JG says, Stan, why are you sweating, man? Turn the air down. Fan for
Whew, I tell you what, I got a ceiling fan right there and AC going in the room, and it's just hot because I haven't, I have not stopped. I've just been running for like 4 straight days from. My grandkids started school this week. The twin boys, they started school, and bunch of different various appointments from everything from eyes to different scans and
nervousness.
yeah, you know, and
Yesterday was terrible.
so it's just been
JG. He's talking about fishing.
yeah, and I get excited. You know, I'm talking about fishing. I get excited.
It's high energy, makes you sweat. Got the adrenaline going.
That's right. That's right. I'm not even drinking Mountain Dew. I'm drinking iced tea.
So back to Kevin's tournament on Saturday. We had talked about it. One of the downsides for me is I have to work tomorrow. Fish and Fever said his heart rate is up.
Yeah.
Woo! It's going to be bait because I want to use gizzard shad, but I also want to use some live bait. I just don't know that I can have time to get any between now and then.
Oh, absolutely. Size matters. Always, always, always. Fantastic. I'll get that set up and send the link out to you. And since he's asking there, we do, I'm sure most people out there know stand day on Sunday mornings. If you ever want to fish live with us, even if you've never done it before, that's the great thing. That's a great thing, like with stand day on Sunday mornings or Jodi tomorrow night. If you've never been live, that's the best way to do it, is go live when everybody else is, because, then you can just fish and, we'll kind of talk to you and kind of coach you in with it and kind of help you get started. Stanimania is running wild. No, that Murillo put a thing up there. No. So. But yeah, that's that's a great way to do it. So if you want to fish live with us on Sunday mornings, just contact us if we're friends on Facebook. Send me a message or at 2standsfishing, number 2standsfishing@gmail.com, and we can get you the link. Or if you just have any questions about going live or anything like that, always willing to help if I can.
JG says Stan is a good man. I would probably not still be hanging with the catfish community if it weren't for 2 stands.
Oh, well, thank you, JG. I appreciate that. You're always JG is fished out there with us on stand day. He's awesome.
So Freddie says, so what are you asking, Michael? He is standing out. What are you saying?
Woo.
Hey, what's going on, Mark? Catfish and Crappie in the house. What's going on? How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Still got 30 awesome people in here. Austin said, I have some frozen shad and can bring some live bluegill, buddy. We can use some of your super chats for tonight to pay Stan 3 to catch some fresh for us.
I'm going to try to get in. That's awesome. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. We met Size Matters at CatCon, and
yep.
Definitely. That's going to be awesome.
I remember him coming up to the front table when I was.
Yeah.
Table. That was awesome.
Yeah. CatCon was crazy. Like, it was just nonstop. I was just going to say hello and introduce you to Hervé, and next thing you know, it was like, well, I can't leave. And I'm like, Dustin, what you doing?
And I just happened to come. I was going to come up there and ask you a question, and you texted me. I said, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm on my way.
Yeah, and it was just, I don't think I left there the one time to go because I had to host the catfish cook-off, and bathroom breaks, of course, but it was just, that was nuts. It was a huge CatCon this year, and next year is going to be even bigger and better.
Absolutely. Yep. Robin C said, Dustin, I would bring you bluegill, but my bait bucket wouldn't keep them alive. Well, I appreciate the sentiment, Robin. I really do.
Yeah, and Mark, I can't thank Mark enough. He's been, talking with him behind the scenes for long time now. And he's
All right, Freddie.
just absolutely awesome.
Right. Yep, absolutely. Freddie's Outdoor Adventure said, up. All right, done pouring for tonight. Headed up to trim the edges and head to bed. Night all. All right, Freddie, thank you for coming in. We really appreciate it.
That's right. Remember, code 2 stands 10 at FOAcustomsgear.com.
There you go. JG, who are you talking to?
And Mark would be amiss if I didn't mention that I am older than Mark.
Dan is the man.
Thank you. I agree, size matters. I agree. Mark Fish is the man. Well, y'all figured out, I'm sure that everybody's figured out my trick by now. If I'm not sure about your last name, I'll just go like Dave B or
I did the same thing. D Smithy.
Holy smokes, there's that D Smithy out there.
Thanks for coming in. Yeah, but real quick, for anybody who hasn't checked out the description, we have the link for memberships is in the description. There is a link for this particular trim motor for a 2015. Ooh, size matters. A 2015 or newer Mercury 4-stroke. But more importantly, the website for it's readysetboat.com. That they have a lot of different parts for different boats. So go check that out. And then every link in our description of everybody who's ever been on the show is down in the description. So go check their channels out. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to their channels, please. If you like what you see, if you like what you see, you want to see more, subscribe to their channels. Hit that button, hit that bell, set it to all so you get notified every time they put a short out, because there's a few people that do some shorts in the community. If anybody's not aware, if they put a video out or if they go live, you'll get notified. Oh, yeah, don't say anything about shorts.
Yeah, your shorts are. I gotta give it to y'all. Your shorts are unstoppable.
And I am missing my co-host tonight, Sean. But as again, he's out with his family at an undisclosed location on vacation.
So I love that.
Where the
what's up, Curtis?
Choppy. So, Quiet Man Curtis back in here. What's going on? I got you, JG.
The funny thing is with Size Matters, my wife on the back of, she's got the you saw her Dodge Ram, and it's been lifted. I don't know how many inches, and she's got the big
Leveled.
What?
It's leveled.
Oh, leveled. Excuse me, lifted. But what's your what tires do you have? The Grappler tires with what rims?
60 back.
But anyways, she's got the big mud tires and stuff on there. Her license plate is her Hemi, and on the back she got this little thing, where like
tiniest thing ever.
Yeah, and it says Size Matters, so that's pretty cool. When I first saw his channel name, I was like, oh, that's awesome. My wife was like, oh, look at that, Size Matters. She loves it. So.
Well, Robin C says she's off to bed, so stay sweet. Well, thank you, Robin, for coming in. Hope you sleep well. Have a great evening. Hope to see you.
That's funny. Robin C, stay sweet with the marshmallows.
Big truck for city says, get out of my way.
That's right. That's right.
I just like having a bigger truck because when I sit in a smaller car, it's harder to get in and out of. What did she say?
Did you see that one? I'm sorry, my wife's here in the studio with me.
Dan's wife might be the cooler smith of them all.
Did you see what Size Matter said?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Found it.
Oh man. I'm always losing.
Crappie Day Fish on said, if enough people have enough parts, I can make a boat.
Thank you, Side Matters. Appreciate you.
And then Butterfly said, Crappie Day, a part GoFundMe may be quite interesting.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, JG said, I can't stand cars for personal use. Yeah. So when my wife has an SUV, when Landon and I were going home one night, a deer jumped out in front of us and I hit it. It was out of the ditch and it was at nighttime, so I didn't see it till right before it landed right in front of me. Lance McCougar, what's going on? And I was able to get the car home, but it ended up having to have a new hood, a new radiator, new headlights, new fog lights, new front fenders. So it was a mess. But when I got the rental car, it was a car sitting like this high off the ground, and it was hard for me to get in and out of. I'm so tall. So I would rather climb up into a truck than try to climb out of a car.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Good to see you, Lance. Oh my goodness. JG said Jerry Parker hit a deer this week.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
Well, you talk about hitting a deer in New York. You're talking about hitting a 200-pound plus, like those. There's some New York's got some big deer. That is totals. Yeah. So you hit a deer, your vehicle's probably pretty much is not in good shape.
How crazy is that? They get bigger.
Yeah.
Want to be said, did you get the deer home?
No. There you go, Matt. At least quartered it, right? At least you quartered it.
We got the comeback kid in the house. Says, great job. That's a newer name for me. I don't know that I've seen that name before, but welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you coming in.
Always love seeing new names.
Absolutely. Greg Burgess said, hello, Dustin. It's good to have a battery switch. Yes, I agree.
Exactly.
As long as you remember to shut it off. Been there before. Hey, Ty's in the house saying hi, everybody.
Hey, Ty, great to see you.
I love the battleship logo you got there for your avatar. Looks like 3 guns on a battleship. Sorry. JG said, dinner on Dustin, deer stewing. David Smith said, at least get the back straps.
There you go, David. There you go.
No, I was actually, this was I think this was last year and a half ago. And I had Landon with me. So of course I did the late 1900s seatbelt, arm goes out.
Ask Stan 3 about that sometime, Dustin. He's very familiar with that.
So I just wanted to get, because he was a little scared because of that, shaken up. So I just wanted to get him home. I wanted to make sure the car got home because it was leaking. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't stranded on the side of the road. But
at that point, Landon comes first priority. We get
absolutely. That. That's a matter of fact, in Landon's short life, that's the second time he's been in a vehicle that's hit a deer.
Oh my goodness.
He the one time that my wife and I decided to split up Christmas, she took the kids to North Carolina. I was going to go to my mom's house. She gets onto the highway from Woods Edge, right where those car dealerships are, on 95.
Mm-hmm.
She's passing over. She's driving down 95, and right there, just across from the car dealerships, a deer jumps out in front of her, and she nails it. Airbag deploys. Kids are in the back seat. She's on the phone with her friend, who then calls me and says, "You need to go get your wife." I was on the phone with her, and all I heard was her screaming, and then disconnected.
Wow.
So, yeah. Oh wow. Comeback kid said one of my friends died. I'm sorry to hear that. Fish and Fever said the arm going out is a natural response from the caveman days.
Yeah.
Awesome. I didn't know you were that old.
Oh, boom, bam. Well, that kind of goes back to the Neanderthal comments from the last. But hey, let's face it. That arm going out, that's the same thing as when you throw the mattress, the bedding and the mattress and stuff up on top of the car, and you think that two people holding it with their hands out the side windows, that's going to hold the mattress. They got that little white string tying it around, and then your hands on top of the mattress. That's going to hold it. 60 miles an hour down 95. You got two hands. Hey, I got it, Austin.
Dan made the connection. So that's funny because I've got 23andMe up right now. I'm going to show everybody.
Oh my goodness, comeback kid. That's Cal's even way worse. Well, sorry for your loss.
Absolutely.
And their family. That's horrible. Fishin' show, we did not mean to bring up bad times to you.
The person went to the
Yeah. Well, when you hit a cow, the cow's not stopping. That's horrible.
All right, so this, for everybody who's still in here and is interested in what we were talking about, it was an after party. It was after Snaggin Night Live last week. We were talking about Austin told us a story, but I'll let him tell that on his own time. But the DNA things came up. The DNA samples you can do, like 23andMe and a couple ones you can do. And it came up. The whole topic of Neanderthal DNA came up. So half Neanderthal, half cue ball. So I went to the 23andMe thing, and it says, "Hey Dustin, you have more Neanderthal DNA than 5% of other customers."
Oh, and don't you know that Austin and I let him have it for about a half hour.
Well, I'm greater than 2% Neanderthal. For those of you that are
wondering. We gave him every Geico joke in the book, and
so if I can do it, isn't that the Geico commercial? If a caveman can do it?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Fish.
Catching a blue cat, it's so easy that even a caveman can do it.
Austin said it was a great effort, for sure. JG said you've been here 4 times.
You've been here 4 times. You go home now. No food for you.
No food for you.
Or that could lead into the Seinfeld, the soup Nazi. No soup for you. But then I'm showing. What's that?
Watch your mouth. That's happening.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I guess I can't say that. That's a patented saying there. Copyrighted. Thank you.
Are you going to get my live defunded?
No. No. I didn't say soup. I said no suits. No suits for you.
That's what I thought you said. No suits for you. Yeah. Butterflies. Congratulations, Dustin. So the fishing comes in. Yes. So does the sunken eyes and the big head and the big ears.
Yeah, I think the big head. That was the big joke. Oh man.
Oh, the Fishing Fever said, "There goes the 99.99 super. Nice work, Stan."
Oh my goodness.
No sauce, not soup. Sauce. Oh boy.
Well, look at there, Dustin.
What's that?
I think it took an hour, but I think it's gone off the screen. The super chat.
Okay, because it's still showing on mine.
Oh, well, I'm just on StreamYard. It's not showing back on StreamYard, so.
Gotcha.
Is it showing on yours?
don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it on YouTube.
No sauce. No sauce, not soup. Sauce. There you go. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all covered it up pretty well.
Oh man. Well,
always a fun night.
Oh, okay. That was interesting.
see, JG said fishing Saturday. Stan, I will not be on Sunday for Stan Day. Have a funeral to attend.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you have to have a funeral to go to, JG, but you will be missed.
JG, no.
That's horrible. I'm sorry sorry for your loss, JG.
Size Matter says, glad you extended the show, Dust. You're a real one for that. Enjoy these lives. Well, thank you so much.
Well, technically, Dustin, we're still 4 minutes early from, the normal end time.
That is true, because we did start from 10 to 11. Well, initially we went from 10 to midnight.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's going to be 10 to 11, and all of a sudden, like 11:45. All right, well, I need to go to work tomorrow, so it's going to be.
Stan Day will be exciting this week. Size Matters will be there.
Woo! Woo! What you going to do?
So come back, kid. Whereabouts in the country are you? He said almost midnight, so he must be Central Time.
That's right. I'll have to advertise that Size Matters is going to be making his Stan Day debut this Sunday.
Hey, Monty Sheets says, sorry for your loss, JG. Prayers sent.
Always great to see you, Monty.
Ohio. Okay. So Comeback Kid is from Ohio. There's a lot of people we know from Ohio.
That's right. That's right. A lot of great fishermen out there, and some okay ones. I'm not mentioning who is who, but y'all can figure it out. Oh my goodness! I'm just joking, of course.
JG said, "JG, that is sad. We lost Kristen's mom last year. It has been more difficult than I could ever have imagined. Hold their hands, be as strong as you can."
Definitely.
Well, we'll go till 11, so we got 2 more minutes, Stan. Excuse me. But no, again, please, everybody, go check out the links in the description. The link to our channel membership is in there. Go check out Two Stan's channel. Their link for their channel membership is there. Go check out Fish and Fever. They have memberships available. What we got? Rams Bait and Tackle, San Antonio, Texas. Good evening, everyone.
What's up, Rams? Great to see you. Great to see you. Make sure y'all check out Rams Bait and Tackle from San Antonio, Texas. Been around for a long time. Great to see you. Great to see you.
Well, appreciate you coming in to the show. Thank you so much. But yeah, please go check the description. All of the
I hear you.
Everybody who's ever been a guest on the show is in the description. Their channel links. Everybody who has donated stuff to our show. So we have the friend. I had a friend of ours. Where did it go? Where did it go? It's in here somewhere. Anyway, a friend of ours made. I had a coaster that a friend of ours made for us. Oh, here it is. So somebody put that on it's a slate coaster.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So I had a friend of ours do that for us. Robin donated a Freddy rod. Our rod's name is Robin. We had a friend of ours, Amy Jane, donate a rod and reel. So that is Amy Jane, not Mary Jane.
What
Amy
is that?
Jane. We have Ed and Jeff Beal. Ed Evans and Jeff Beal donated a HydroWeb 80 net for us.
You like
that is Jed.
Get it.
Uh-oh. Not a Buckeye fan. I like the Grizz. Oh, there must be a bug in the house. like I said, please go check out everybody's channel that's been guests on here. John Parker came up earlier. Thank you, Mr. Parker. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Everybody that's become a member, Nina, Brian B, Austin, and Robin C. Thank you so much, Whisker Warriors. We really appreciate that. And again, please go check out Two Stands channel. They have memberships. Go check out Austin. I know if you have not already done so, you will love the content that they put out there. It is fantastic. Thank you, everybody that's been in chat tonight. Look at them muscles. Don't hurt yourself.
I was a hero. This big Japanese beetle. It was one of those big beetles. She's like, ah!
But thank you, everybody that's been in chat. There he is.
Hey, Dustin, before we get out of here, you brought up the slate that somebody. Do you mind if I bring up a wood burning that somebody sent me?
Don't do it.
What? I can't show this one. Oh, okay. No, I won't. I won't show that one then. That Freddie sent me.
See what happened?
What kind of fish? What kind of fish was that?
I am Captain Sturgeon after all.
What kind of fish was that?
That was a. That's right, JG. A June bug interference. That thing was it hit the fan up here and shot it across the room, and she was freaking out.
Oh, no, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do when the Standamania goes wild on you?
Woo! I keep going back to the Ric Flair, but
that's whole.
Oh my gosh!
All right, so
what you gonna do, June bug, when I run wild on you?
Doesn't kick him off.
Okay.
Well, he can on this one, not on the other one.
Yeah, he can kick you now.
What you gonna do, Beetle?
All right. So on that note, thank you very much. Appreciate everybody coming in. Everybody that came into the chat, had a great conversation. Thank you so much. We're gonna call it a night. Don't forget Two Stands Friday night chat tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. We will be on the water, hopefully, as long as there's no storms. Pontoon Jodi's Flathead Challenge will be tomorrow night.
Your Beatles are like a speed bump.
Don't forget Ed Evans. Fishing after midnight, or Ed Evans after midnight is on
after
Wednesday
midnight. There you go. Yep.
Is on Wednesday nights from midnight to 4 a.m. Excuse me. So thank you all so much. Stan, again, thank you. D. Smithy, thank you for coming on as well. We really appreciate it.
Thank you too.
We hope everybody has a wonderful evening, has a great weekend, and we hope to get you here next time on Snaggin Night Live. Thank you all so much, and have a great evening.
Deuces.